I just lived a crazy life. I tried though, I stayed in school and I tried, but it was hard, not having your family. At 14, some things happened to me with my stepfather and family violence that shouldn't have ever happened. I didn't trust anyone after that. Then I lived alone by myself. I lived on the street, bounced back and forth from different friends' houses, but I never wanted to put my feet down. And at 17, I went into stripping. Then I got a job at a police department working animal control, and I enjoyed that. I was really busy working, all night undercover, everything. That's when I got into meth because it helped me stay awake. And then I got clean and stayed clean for 12 years until I met the next man in my life. And then in 2017, we both relapsed. But then I quit again, and he was still doing it behind my back. And I confronted him one day, and some really bad stuff happened. The apartments came and threw me out. My family didn't want anything to do with me, of course. They didn't want to help, nothing. Ended up committing fraud. I got a 4-year sentence. I went in for 2 years, and my parole officer told me when I got out that I had to report to MHMR and that I also had to have a home address. And my MHMR case manager told me she knew of this place, Center for Transforming Lives. And we kept talking about it. And finally, I called and she said, I want you in here. I want you in here now.
Mikki, when she first went into our program, there was a lot of uncertainty within herself. Afraid of the unknown, or what's next, what's gonna happen next for me. Am I gonna be able to get housing? And she felt like she was gonna have closed doors just because of her background and perhaps past mistakes, and she kept beating herself up over certain things that happened in the past.
And they made me feel so welcomed. I hadn't felt that welcomed anywhere since I left home,
She really began to work the program, and she began to talk to her therapist, and she began to make herself available in the center, and she even got a job.
She has keys to the building. We rent our space out for church, so she does that all by herself. And then she does all of the setups for linens for all of our events. So she comes in and decorates the tables and helping with light janitorial during the events as well. She is so reliable and just awesome, and she works hard, and she's so grateful. Sometimes I have to tell her to stay home if she's not feeling well because she is like, I'm gonna show up.
I learned how to take care of myself. I had counseling. They teach us how to be self-efficient and how to manage my money. They help me get housing. Sometimes I wake up having nightmares, and I get up and walk around my apartment and touch everything and say, this is mine, and nobody's gonna take it from me. This is mine. And they did that, they did that.
She took full advantage of our program, and she is definitely a success story.
I'm going to school now to get my bachelor's in psychology. I wanna be a counselor, and I'd like to help people with recovery.
She is a model for what every woman really should strive for when they enter our program. We're giving them an actual chance. It's not just paying a light bill. It's not just giving them a gas card. We do those things, but we do a lot more, and it gives them the opportunity to actually start their lives again.
They mean family, they mean recovery, they mean, empowering women to be better. They mean the world to me.